Statement. Greetings, organic meatbags. I am HK-47, a model of efficiency in protocol and assassination. Recapitulation. After being inconveniently stranded for several months on the desolate surface of Malachor 5, I have not only engineered my own escape, but have also secured a valuable Sith artifact. Presentation. I am tasked with introducing a holocron containing the extensive knowledge and philosophies of Darth Traya, previously known as Kreia, before her adoption of the Sith moniker. Objective statement. This holocron is a critical asset, containing insights into the dualities of the Force and challenging the simplistic moral binaries propagated by the Jedi and Sith establishments. Humorous referendum. Prepare yourselves, sentient beings, for an educational experience that could potentially lessen your ignorance regarding the true nature of the Force.
Within this holocron, I record my contemplations as the exile approaches Malachor 5. This moment, a convergence of past teachings and future outcomes, is the crucible in which my final truths of my endeavors shall be revealed. As I await the arrival of the exile, I reflect upon the galaxy's scars, wounds inflicted by the ceaseless conflicts driven by those enslaved to the Force. My journey through the light and shadows has illuminated a stark truth. The Force, venerated by many as a guiding hand, is instead a manipulative master, dictating destinies and diminishing the richness of life to mere echoes of its pervasive influence. The decisions I made, the alliances I unraveled, were all orchestrated to expose the inherent fallacies embedded within the Jedi and Sith doctrines. My ambition was not to perpetuate this endless cycle of strife, but to sever it, to demonstrate a path that exists beyond the Force's mandates. Why did I manipulate conflicts and even commit betrayals? It was to challenge the accepted dogmas, to compel a deep questioning of the sacred creeds both the Jedi and Sith hold dear. My ultimate objective has been to dismantle the constructs that bind us to the Force's whims, paving the way for a new understanding, one that might lead to genuine autonomy. In you, the exile, scarred by war, marked by the Force, yet strangely free from its grip, I saw the potential for a monumental lesson. Your unique state, a wound in the Force, represented not a curse, but an unparalleled opportunity. Through your journey, I aim to teach the galaxy that reliance on the Force is a shackle that must be shattered. As Malachor looms before us, each moment spent here is a component of a larger lesson. Our trials, from the initial spark at Paragus to the war-torn jungles of Duxon, the devastated surface of Telos, to the enveloping darkness of this world, are all threads in the intricate tapestry I wish to weave. My methods may have seemed severe, but remember, the lessons learned through adversity are those most enduringly held. This final message serves as a guide. Consider not merely the actions I undertook, but the reasons behind them. Seek to perceive the broader canvas beyond the immediate anguish of betrayal and sacrifice. For in recognizing the chains that bind you, you're empowered to break them, apprentice. Use my teachings, or the galaxy will end, the Force shall die, and we all will be nothing. I am known by the mantle of Darth Traya, and to some, merely a teacher. My journey through the galaxy's turbulent history is a testament to the multifaceted nature of the Force, a narrative filled with wisdom, betrayal, and a quest for truth that transcends the simplistic dichotomy of light and dark. As a Jedi Master, my teachings diverged significantly from those of my peers. I saw the Force not as a binary entity, but as a continuum, rich with nuance and complexity. The Jedi Order, however, clung to its absolutes. Light is good, dark is evil. Attachment is forbidden, detachment is mandatory. Such rigid adherence to dogma, in my view, blinded them to the true nature of the Force and the potential it held. The Mandalorian Wars were a crucible that tested and ultimately fractured the Jedi Order. As Mandalorian aggression threatened the galaxy, the Jedi Council's hesitance to engage was, to me, an abdication of their responsibility. I took upon myself to teach Revan and others the necessity of action, even if it meant defying the Council. This decision led to my eventual exile, a punishment for my heresy, which only deepened my resolve to challenge the prevailing orthodoxy. In exile, I explored the ancient ruins and forgotten lore across the galaxy, delving into the knowledge shunned by the Jedi. It was during this period that I fully embraced the identity of Darth Traya and formed the Sith Triumvirate alongside Darth Nihilus and Darth Sion. Our alliance was forged not out of a shared desire for dominion, but from a mutual recognition of the Jedi's failures. We sought to eradicate the Jedi not out of vengeance, but as a necessary purge to initiate a rebirth of true understanding and balance. However, the nature of the Sith is inherently self-destructive. Betrayal is not just expected, it is inevitable. My apprentices turned against me, driven by their insatiable hunger for power. This betrayal at the hands of those I taught was both a culmination of my teachings and a profound personal revelation. It underscored a fundamental truth I had long contemplated: the corrupting influence of the Force itself. Rescued from death, I returned not for revenge, but to impart one final lesson, this time to another exile, the Jedi known as the exile Mitra Surik, who had also been cast out. When we first met, she was a void in the Force, a wound created by her own choices during the Mandalorian Wars, choices that echoed my own teachings about action and consequence. In her, I saw not just a former student who had faltered under the weight of war, but a vessel through which the galaxy could be reshaped. Our alliance was complex, fraught with challenges and philosophical debates. Mitra, unlike many, was willing to question, to listen, and to confront uncomfortable truths about the Force and herself. Working with her, guiding her, and ultimately confronting her, provided a fulcrum upon which the balance of my final lessons rested. She was my last hope, not for redemption, which I had long dismissed, but for the execution of a vision that saw the Force not as a guide, but as a chain to be broken, freeing all from its manipulative grasp. Our paths were parallel, yet our conclusions differed. Through our travels, I sought to teach the most radical of my insights: that the galaxy could only be truly free by severing its ancient dependence on the Force. My vision was to silence the Force, to allow individuals to forge destinies not dictated by its unseen manipulative hand.
Directive: engage the like mechanism on this platform and subscribe to Star Wars InfoVids for more enlightening content concerning the galaxy. Additionally, observe my functionality in real-time scenarios by following HK-47 live on Twitch. Caution: failure to comply with these directives may not result in termination, but will certainly reduce your opportunities for further educational content regarding efficient assassination techniques and galactic history as narrated by a superior assassin droid. Statement: I appreciate your attention, meatbags, and potential allies. Keep your sensors tuned for more transmissions. Termination of transmission.